this is the beginning of the hand and wrist eval, and so this is the history portion. So first is chief complaint, so tell me about your problem. Next is history, so when did you first notice symptoms? Do you have a history of it? Does your family have a history of it? Was there a specific mechanism you were aware of? What activity were you engaged in? And did you hear any like snap, crackle, pop, anything when it happened? Next is location, so point with one finger, like where your symptoms are. And then is there any other spot? And then finally is symptom characteristics, so what kind of pain is it? Does it radiate? What makes it better? What makes it worse? Any other symptoms? And does your limb feel weak or heavy after activity? So next is the observation portion of the hand and wrist eval. So I'm going to start with the first 16. So you're going to compare bilaterally, compare posteriorly, laterally, anteriorly. Swelling, deformity, discolorations, lacerations, scars, hematoma, muscle spasm, body motion. Patient's facial expression, are they holding or supporting the limb? Position of the limb, ulnar drift, fingernails, and finger rotation. And then for the next ones, I have the PowerPoint to explain what they look like. So first is swan neck deformity. That's what it looks like. It can also happen at the wrist. After that is boutonniere deformity. After that is claw finger. After that is trigger finger, which just looks like that. You can see it. Then bishop's hand. After that is drop wrist, just like that. And then next is, I don't know how to pronounce this one. I'm gonna go with depressors contracture. I really don't know how to say it. Okay, next is Volkmann's contracture. After that is mallet finger. After that is jersey finger. That's the special test that you do to test for jersey finger. And then ganglion cyst, which is that. And then I don't know how to pronounce this one either. Something like that. Next is subungual hematoma, which is just pooling under the fingernail. And then that's the end of that. So the last one is hypertrophy and atrophy of the thenar, or hypothenar MS. Okay, so next is the palpations. And so first you always want to compare bilaterally. And so how I did this was I drew like little dots where the landmarks are to try to make it easier to see, because you know the wrist is kind of hard to see or whatever. There's a freckle. Okay, anyway, so first is the wrist flexor group. So that goes from the medial epicondyle all the way down. Medial epicondyle all the way down. After that is flexor carpi ulnaris. So that's these. So flexor carpi ulnaris is that one. Flexor carpi ulnaris. And then flexor digitorum profundus is the next one. After that is flexor digitorum, which is the next one. After that is flexor carpi radialis, which is the one way over here. And then the last one is pulnaris longus, which you can see. Okay. Next is the wrist extensor group. So that goes from the lateral epicondyle all the way down. So, after that is extensor pollicis longus, which is that dot. There, you can see it. After that is extensor pollicis brevis, which is, that one. Then after that is the anatomical snuff box, which is that little guy. After that is the abductor pollicis longus, which is right under pollicis brevis. extensor carpi ulnaris is right there. It should be over there. I don't know. Oh, because it is, okay. Well, it is when my hand is like this. Okay, wait. Extensor carpi ulnaris over there. Oh, extensor carpi radialis is that one. Thenar eminence is your nice meatiness, and then hypothenar eminence is the meatiness over there, and then your central compartment. These dots all got wiped off, but it's right there. So we already did that. Metacarpals right in here. Collateral ligaments, you know, of the MCP are down here. Thenar web space. Oh wait, I've skipped one. Phalanges, these ones, obviously. Collateral ligaments of the IP joints, there and there on the sides. Thenar web space is this loveliness. You can see the little webbiness. That kills to get cut, by the way. Next is the ulna, obviously. Your ulnar styloid process. After that is your ulnar collateral ligament, which is up here. After that is the distal radius and the styloid process, which is harder to feel. I don't know if you could see the ulnar collateral ligament. It's down there. After that is Lister's tubercle, which is that guy right there in the middle. Next is radiocollateral ligament, which is that guy. After that is the scaphoid, which is right in, how do I do this? Yeah, right in the snuff box, anatomical snuff box. After that is trapezium, which is above and right outside the snuff box. After that is lunate, which is right under that. After that is triquetrium, which is right next to the lunate, that little dot. After that is pisiform, which is, oh shoot, that dot went away, but it's right there. And then right under it is hamate. You can definitely feel that one. And then capitate is this guy right here. And then the last one, trapezoid, is that one right there. Sorry, that was so difficult. Okay, so next is wrist flexion and extension. So the stable arm is going to be the clear one, the movable arm is going to be the blue one. So stable arm is going to be in line with the ulna, the fulcrum's at the joint, and then the movable arm is in line with the fifth. And can you just go up as far as you can? And then you'd measure it, and then can you go down as far as you can? And you'd measure it. And then the normal for flexion is 90, and the normal for extension is 70. You stop it. Okay, so next is MCP flexion and extension. And for this one, you'd have the special finger goniometer that lays right on top. And the normals are 90 for flexion and 30 to 45 for extension. Okay, so next is pronation and supination. And the normal for pronation is 80 to 90. And the normal for supination is 90. So we're gonna do lovely, making it work. Nope. Okay, now go. Oh yeah, there it is, and go the other way. Oh yeah, okay, the end. Okay, so next is DIP, flexion and extension. Give me one finger. Okay, bend it, extend it. Okay, good job. After that is finger abduction, so put your palm up. Finger abduction, so bring it away. And then finger adduction, close it. Yep. And then thumb extension, so have your thumb up and go back, kind of, and then
that's as best I can do, sorry.
Thumb flexion, go forward, And then after that is thumb abduction, so bring it away from the hand. And then thumb adduction, bring it to the hand. And then opposition, touch your thumb to your pinky. Circumduction is for your thumb, so do a circle.
I wonder if they do that thumb pinky thing for a DUI.
What? And then elbow flexion and extension, so bend your elbow, straighten your elbow. Okay. So next is manual muscle testing, and the first one is flexor carpi radialis, and this does flexion and radial deviation. So I'm going to stabilize here, nope, flip your hand over, stabilize here and go up, and then do like a karate chop, and go up.
Oh,
good job. Next is flexor carpi ulnaris, and this does flexion, which we already did, and ulnar deviation. So instead of karate chop, can you go the other way?
I had to think about it.
Yep, and go up.
Oh, jeez. That one's hard.
Okay.
Video.
Okay, here you go.
Okay.
Ready? I'm dipping.
Okay.
I'm not going to dip in your video.
Okay. Is it recording? Okay. Next is flexor digitorum superficialis, and this flexes the MP joints and the pip and the wrist, which we already did the wrist, so we're just gonna do the
Dip in.
Okay. Go like this. Stabilize here. Bring your fingers up. Yep. And then that was the MP, and then go just the one, and then stabilize here and go up. That was the other one. Good job. Next is flexor digitorum profundus, and this flexes the MP joints, the dip joint, and the wrist. And we already did the MP and wrist, so we're just going to do the dip. You see?
Oh, something snapped.
I
Did
know,
you hear
I
it?
heard it. And just go up. Nope, just the little one.
Oh.
Okay. Next is pronator quadratus, and this does forearm pronation. So I'm gonna shake your hands, and you're gonna turn your hand over. Turn your hand over. Yeah, nice, good job. Next is supinator, and this does forearm supination. So I'm gonna shake your hand and go back.
Wait, what? Like this?
Nope.
Towards me? Like...
Turn your hand over.
Oh, turn my hand over.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait.
Next is extensor carpi ulnaris, and this does extension and ulnar deviation, and we already did ulnar deviation, so we're just going to do extension. So can you flatten your legs for me? Go like that. This boy being dramatic. And then go like that. Lovely. Okay. Next is extensor carpi ulnaris, and this does extension and ulnar deviation, and we already did ulnar deviation, so we're going to do extension. So I'm going to stabilize, bring your hand to the sky. Lovely. Next is extensor carpi radialis, and this does wrist extension and radial deviation, and we already did both those movements. Okay, you can stop it. Next is extensor digitorum, and this extends the digits and does wrist extension. We already did wrist extension, so we're just going to do digit extension. So bring your fingers to the sky.
Digits.
Lovely.
Bring my digits.
Okay, after this is all the other movements, so we're going to do a deduction first, so bring your fingers together, and then a abduction, bring them apart, and then opposition, go pinky to thumb, and I'm going to try to break it. Don't let me break it. Okay? Good job. Next is special tests, and you want to compare bilaterally first. And so the first test is the valgus varus stress test. And so can you go like this? And positive is pain and laxity, and it's for sprain. I just need one finger. I'm going to go...
Ow!
That didn't hurt. Do a valgus force, and then a varus force. Okay. Next is the thumb UCL test, and this is for a UCL sprain. And a positive is if there's greater than 35 degrees of movement or pain or laxity. So can I have your thumb? I'm just going to apply... I liked it. Apply the valgus force. Okay. Next is the lunotriquetral test, and this is for lunotriquetral instability. And a positive is pain, crepitus, or laxity. So can I have your thing? I'm gonna go here and just perform a glide test. Next is the finger extension test, and this is for mid-carpal instability, and a positive is pain. So can I have this? and just move your fingers up. Lovely.
Ow!
Okay, next is Murphy's sign, and this is for lunate dislocation. So can you just make a fist? And I'm going to put my finger out and make sure the third is the farthest out, and a positive is if the second or fourth are farther out. Next is Watson's test, and this is for a TFC tear, and a positive is if there is a subluxation. So can you extend your wrist and ulnar deviate towards your pinky?
Oh, my wrist moved.
Yep, you don't have to do it a lot, just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to take her hand, relax, and I'm going to bring it into flexion and radial deviation. Do it again. Go. Flexion, radial deviation. Next is boys. Boys, B-O-Y-E-S.
Not girls?
No, boys. It's the last name of the person.
Oh, alright, we'll go with that then.
And this is for a central slip of the extensor hood, so can I have your first finger like this? And then just move the top part down. Yep, and a positive is if they're unable to do that. Next is the piano keys test, and this is for instability of the radial ulnar joint, and a positive is excessive translation or pain. So can you go like this?
I'm playing the piano.
And I'm just going to perform a distraction test. Okay, next is the supination lift test, and this is for a TFCC pair. So actually, yeah, can you go like that? And then I'm going to come over here and go up against me. Lovely. And a positive is the inability to perform it. Next is the TFCC load test, and this is for a TFCC tear, and a positive is pain or crepitus. So can you just give me a hand? I want to use my open hand. Can you give me a handshake? I'm gonna go in and then radial deviate. In and radial deviate at the end. Next is the thumb grind test, and this is for degenerative joint disease, and a positive is pain. So can I have your thumb? I'm gonna go in and grind. Okay. Next is the sitting hand test, and this is for carpal tunnel, and a positive is pain or paresthesia. Can you turn to the front?
Yes, I'm dizzy.
So you're just gonna stand up using the sides of the chairs.
Okay, but I'm dizzy.
Okay. Next is the sitting hands test, and this is for carpal tunnel, and a positive is pain or paresthesia. And so you're just gonna stand up using the sides. Okay. Next is Fingal signs, and this is for tenosynovitis. And a positive is pain. So can you make a fist?
You smell good.
Thanks. And can you do that motion? So bring your pinky over.
Side to side.
No, I have to do it.
Oh.
Relax.
I thought I had to do it.
That's what I said, isn't it? Okay, next is sweater finger, and this is for a rupture of the flexor digitorum profundus. So you're just gonna make a fist.
Is it called sweater finger?
Yes.
Okay.
And a positive is if one of the fingers are sticking out like that.
Oh, there.
Okay, next is the thumb axial load test, and this is for a thumb fracture, and a positive is pain. So
ow!
Your thumb. I'm just gonna put an axial load on it.
Oh, look how weak, look at that.
Okay, next is tittle sign, and this is for carpal tunnel, and positive is numbness or tingling. So can you do that? I'm just gonna tap all the way down the median nerve. This is Fallon's, and this is for carpal tunnel caused by the median nerve. So you're just gonna put the back of your hands together and push them together, and they're gonna do that for 1 minute. And a positive is if they have tingling or paresthesia. Next is reverse Fallon's, and this is for median nerve pathology, and a positive is tingling. So you're gonna do a pray, push your palms together, and you're gonna do that for 1 minute.
1 Mississippi. 2
Okay.
Mississippi.
Next is the carpal compression test, and this is for carpal tunnel, and a positive is if the numbness and tingling progresses while doing it. So can you put hand up like this? I'm just gonna press into her wrist for 30 seconds.
1 Mississippi.
Okay, this is metacarpal compression test, and it's for a fracture, and a positive is pain. So can you go like this?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna relax all your other fingers. I'm just gonna do a axial load like that. This is the distraction test, and it's for a fracture, and a positive is pain or crepitus.
Look over there. I'm distracting you.
Oh, okay. And so I'm just gonna do an axial load and rotate. Okay. Next is the vibration test, and this is for a fracture, and a positive is pain. You just go like this. I'm just gonna flick all along there.
Oh!
Next is the RCL-UCL test, and this is for an RCL-UCL sprain, and positive is pain. So you can go like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna apply a valgus force and a varus force. Next is the dermatome, so you want to check bilaterally and do dull to sharp. Can you just go like this for me?
Sure.
So T8 is in, or no, T1 is in there, and then C8, C7, C6, C5.
10.
Next is myotomes, so we're gonna do C6 first, so just do the same motion I do.
Oh, did you hear that popping?
And then C7,
C7.
and then C8, just extend your thumb.
C8.
Extend. Go back.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Stay. Yeah, and then T1, bring all your fingers apart, bring them all together. Okay, next we're gonna do reflexes, so we're gonna do brachioradialis first, and this is for C6, so you can do this. Okay, I'm gonna find it in here, and then I would tap it with the thingy-mabobber, the reflex hammer, and normal response was you would feel it pop under your thumb.
I got you.
Good.
Biceps
Next is
are
the
back here.
Yep.
Triceps are back here.
Next is the triceps reflex, and this is for C7. Relax. I take it back here, and I would do it back here. And a positive is her, oh my god, this is your bad shoulder. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Positive is her hand will go like that. Okay. So for circulatory, you'd want to do radial pulse, cap refill, and skin temperature. For functional activities, you want to do full range of motion, full strength, pain-free range of motion, and then sport specific, and then if all else fails, refer.